The plan to take the Dunbat into the Abyss has failed. Simon and Catherine have decided to go to Omnicron and ride the climber down instead. But first, Catherine needs Simon's help to figure out how the Ark works. Hello and welcome back to the Let's Play Blind of Soma with Neo Rambler. Apologies. I said it again. Jesus Christ. I apologise and apologise again for the blasphemy there. For the delay in videos between the last one and this one. I've just had a very jarring week with work and then not work and then work again and then not work and then chores and yeah, you know how it is. So yeah, right, I have a confession to make. This is the second time I'm recording this part of the video, simply because I got stuck on what I believe to be, unless you're a physics expert, one of the hardest puzzles in the game. And I now know what the solution is. There may be more than one solution, but we shall get to it when we do. Right then, anyway, in the last video we tried to escape via the Dunbat down to the Abyss to find the Ark, but it turns out the Dunbat was infected with the WoW, it went a bit crazy, it fell off the ceiling, it landed in the swimming pool, it said it didn't like swimming and then it died. We then freaked out, or at least I did anyway, I'm not sure about you, because it all got very scary, because all the lights went out of course, there was all these noises, but there was a vent we could access from the room we were in, so we did, using the stairs, and then we went through the vent, and I got scared because there was more horrible sounds and all kinds of other nasty things, and possibly Jerry number 2 is out and about trying to get us, because we still haven't seen him yet when he crept through the doorway, which we knew he was going to do, and he did. We're now ended up here in this lab, and it turns out that even if we took the Dunbat, we would have been a bit rubbished anyway, because the Ark apparently isn't in the Abyss. Or it is, and I'm not sure. But either way, this is the plan. So we were going to take the Dunbat, we were going to go down to the Abyss, and then go and find the Ark. But apparently not. We need to find a shuttle to go to Omnicron, we need to get a special diver suit, then we have to go to Tau, and then we have to go to the access tunnel in Phi to launch the Ark. So I'm assuming the problem was the Ark isn't in the Abyss. It's actually somewhere here. They haven't built it yet, or something like that. And it turns out Catherine, who designed and did all the Ark research and work in the first place, also doesn't know how it works. Yeah. So basically, we're in this lab. It looks like we have to, I don't know, try and put it together, I guess, or at least run simulations of it, because Catherine doesn't know how we're going to get onto the Ark either, which I think is probably the bigger problem here. So, that's what we've got to do. So, the first thing I did in this part of the video, and I didn't get very far, by the way, so don't worry, at least now we're going to progress further than I thought we were originally going to, is I plugged this ting into this ting, and what this ting did is make this computer turn on, which was fantastic. I had a look at it, didn't quite understand it, we got back to it. We've already done that computer, so I didn't bother with that, and then I decided to have a walk over here, and I came to this thing.
What's this thing?
That's just a compound examiner. Coster uses it to investigate structural integrity in payload frameworks.
Of course.
Could you fit inside it? If I knew what you were made of, it would be a hell of a lot easier to figure out how to get you on the Ark.
Well, I'll give it a try.
Fair enough. So, yeah, even though it's got a dangerous radiation hazard symbol, it's just basically a giant X-ray machine. It just analyses what things are made of. Simple enough. So, we're going to go inside it when the door opens up. Yay! And then we're in. The door closes very quickly behind us.
Bit of a tight fit.
Can you reach the on switch?
Yes. And we effectively get X-rayed. I had a similar experience when I was at the dentist once.
Should I be worried about radiation?
I think we're beyond that.
Ha ha ha!
Interesting. You seem to be one with the diving suit you're wearing. Everything's meshed together.
Oh.
How's that going to work with the suit we're picking up at Omicron?
I think they're bigger. You should be able to wear them both.
Well, that's good to know.
Imogen? Who's that?
It looks like the basis for your body is one of my old colleagues. A standard Cortex chip for robots, including the data reader and the OCU torch, has just been forced through the skull.
What?
Structure gel has fused the whole construction together. Amazing stuff.
No, hold on, back up. I'm one of your old colleagues?
Well, your body is. Imogen Reed.
That's disgusting.
Hey, don't say that. She was nice to me.
Oh?
Anyway,
Question mark.
the Cortex chip is good news. That means we can transfer your mind to the Ark with a pilot seat.
Kat, I'm half a dead person.
Yes, it makes sense. Think about it. All those simplistic minds we've run into, just reviving a dead person doesn't seem to work that well. A robot body seems to make people a bit unreliable. You are the best of both worlds. A sound mind and a sound body.
So yeah, the revelation there
At
is
least we know how to get on the ark.
Sort of. I understand the concept, but I don't know the specifics. I really wish we could figure out how the scan data is formulated and processed.
as I was saying, yeah, the revolution is that our body, our robotic body, is based on one of Catherine's colleagues, Imogen Reed. So we've technically got a female body structure. And then it turns out that what she was saying earlier about reviving dead people, when we were trying to talk to Juan earlier, if you try and revive them just from their mind alone in the computer simulation, sometimes they freak out. And likewise, if you try and put someone in a robot body, just any robot body, then sometimes they go a bit nuts. So basically, you have to find a happy medium. So you have to find a mind that can cope with being revived, and a body that would fit said mindscape even, sorry. And then the two of you should work harmoniously. Sounds quite good. So yeah, we've got the body of Imogen Reed, essentially. Maybe with a few modifications, because she said the structure gel, which is your suspension of disbelief magic stuff, is what bonds us all together, makes us who we are. So that's kind of cool. The other thing that was noted there, of course, you might have guessed, reading between the lines, is that it looked like Imogen Reed and Catherine were maybe lovers, perhaps? Interesting. I did actually make a rant before, in my first recording of this video, about how I feel that a lot of games and films and media nowadays, ever since gay, lesbian, bisexual people, transgender, all that stuff, have been campaigning very hard so that they are seen as equal members of society. They have the same rights as heterosexual people in terms of if they get married, they can get married and get access to mortgages and divorce and all that sort of stuff. And loads of other issues, you know. Ever since that's been going on, and, you know, they've been making some ground, and hopefully one day that eventually, you know, it'll not be an issue full stop. And personally, I don't have an issue with it. As long as you're happy and you're not a douchebag, those are the only two things I care about in people. Yeah. Games, media, movies, and I say media, I suppose it's a general thing, but yeah, all forms of media nowadays are trying to do their best to represent gay, lesbian, transgender people, you know, as best they can. But my little nitpick about it is that I've noticed that it's happening in a lot of games now where, to me personally, it doesn't feel like they're naturally doing it, in that they're just sort of chucking in all these references to characters who may or may not be gay, or just chucking in a gay character full stop for the sake of it, just to say, we need to make this game inclusive for everyone. If gay people play this game and there's no gay people in it, they might get offended, we better put one in. To me, a lot of the execution behind putting gay characters in books and games and movies these days, not all of them, some of them do it very well, but some of them sort of make it forced, if that makes sense. Like, they just chucked it in as an afterthought, and that bothers me, because I kind of, you know, as much as I don't mind and really would like to see a more diverse range of characters, sexuality, religious belief or otherwise, I would like it to also feel natural to the story, in that it happens, whatever happens, in terms of there's a revelation, or a character just comes out as gay or religious or whatever, and you're like, oh, okay, and it enhances the story, and you're like, or it makes the character more three-dimensional. It's not forced on them, it's not, and when I say forced on them, I don't mean they're forced to be gay or anything, no, in terms of their character structure, you know, it just makes the character more believable, if that makes sense, and it makes the story more believable, and you get yourself more immersed into the story or the world or whatever. I think a lot of them at the moment seem a bit forced, like they're just putting it in there to try and appease as many people who are playing this game as possible, to make it appeal to a wider audience, and that's fine and all, but from someone who analyses a lot of things, you know, there needs to be a lot more work on just trying to make it flow better in stories. That's all I'm saying, you know. It just bothers me that I'm like, oh, really? Did you have to throw that in there? Did you throw that in there because it was important to the plot, or important to the character, to make you either like or dislike them, to make them more believable? Or did you just put that in there just to say, oh, we better appease to the other diverse range of audience members? There's a lot of talk about it at the moment. We don't want to appear controversial or offensive. That's all I'm getting at. So I had a bit of a rant about that. It took about 10 minutes, but that's how I summarised it up, basically. So, like I say, if you're offended by that, then fair enough, I understand. But just trying to say that, you know, look, if you're someone who's writing media or creating games or what have you, and don't get me wrong, it's a very difficult thing to do. I can't do it very well. I'm rubbish at it. And I have tried, but I'm rubbish at it. Just try and make your worlds, your stories, your characters just as natural as possible. And that is a very hard task, I know that. But don't chuck things in for the sake of it. Put it in because you believe, no, I want to put it in, it makes the character who they are, and it'll make the reader go, wow, that character's awesome, or wow, I hate that character. But at the same time, you become attached or immersed to it, like any media form, you know. So it's difficult, I know, but it's just, I've noticed that it seems a bit forced lately, and I'm like, please stop forcing it down my throat. I'm perfectly okay with it. Can you do that? Yeah, no. Anyway, right, so there's that then. So I've done that. So again, if you're offended, please let your rage be known. I won't be offended myself, and I totally respect any, anybody's opinion on this, but that's just mine. It's a nitpick, basically. I'm just nitpicking, and I just made a massive issue out of nothing, basically. That's what I do. So yeah, anyway, we did that. So we found out that all that stuff that I talked about previously, and then yeah, I thought, what do we do now? You know, there's plug sockets down here. There's the picture here of a completed arc.
The arc doesn't even look that bulky. This is gonna be easy.
You haven't heard of the concept of jinxing, have you?
Sorry, I forgot your people were superstitious.
Yeah, and it's the superstitious that carries out in most games, movies, films, adventures. I don't know, but you know what I mean. As much as you say that, Catherine, you're just basically bowing down to basic plot premises. So yeah, anyway, so I did that and thought, oh, okay. She said, oh, it's going to be easy, and it looks like we've got to put things on here, plug things in, build it. Right, cool. But the problem is I can't seem to do that at the moment. I mean, I can move the power cable, and I'm not sure if I can actually stretch it across to this over here. Nope, doesn't seem to want to work. Is there a plug socket on that device over there? I'm not sure. I'll have a quick check, but I don't think there is. No, there isn't. So yeah. So I was a bit confused going, what do I do now? I'm stuck. So I went over to Catherine and I was like, Kat, what do I do? And she said,
start an arc simulation. I want to see how it works.
Fair enough. I thought, well, how the hell am I supposed to do that? So I asked Kat again.
Get an arc simulation going.
And she's just adamant that's what we've got to do. So I'm like, oh, right, okay. And it all comes down to this computer here, the one that we turned on via the power cord over there. So when you do, it loads up, and that's not very interesting. But then it comes up with this, and it says error. 43.75%, or 896 terabytes of memory, is corrupted. Simulation reconfiguration necessary. This is what you have to do to make your simulation, and this is what I spent 20 minutes on trying to work out what the bloody hell you're supposed to do with this to get this to work. I got completely lost and stuck. I couldn't edit it out of the video. I was getting bored, and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to stop and look up the solution because I couldn't work it out. I had an idea. My idea originally was that, as you can see, the memory has overloaded by 896 terabytes, I believe, or is it 896? Or 804 terabytes? I don't know. But either way, point being is you've got to make this memory bar lower than the 1152 terabytes you can see here. It's like a basic fraction, in other words. So at the moment it's overloaded with memory. We've got to reduce that down to either equal or below 1152 so that the system's not overloaded, so we can create a simulation. Fantastic. But that's not the whole picture. The rest of the picture is actually creating the simulation. So the first thing you need to do is not only realise you have to do that, which is quite straightforward, but you've got to have a look at this. Now, the files that are highlighted in red are the ones that are uploaded into the system. That's pretty straightforward. The ones that are in black need to be uploaded if you want to. But you've got to have a look at the systems themselves. So you've got physics rigid, physics soft, physics fluid, physics boyo, I don't know how to pronounce that word. WMod Atmos, I think it's atmosphere, interface scan, WMod heat, day and night, vegetable basic, vegetable advanced. You get the idea. All these files help build something in the simulation world. And the idea is that you've got to find the perfect combination of files to create the simulation, and it has to be less than or equal to 1152 terabytes. Now, the thing that I was getting stuck with was I just thought, because there was no clue as to how to get this next thing to highlight, which it does once you've got the simulation files in the correct order or you've picked a correct set of files, there's no clue around the lab to say what you have to do. Like, I've been around the lab looking for stuff. You can't leave the lab because that door over there, you need the Omni tool, and that door over there hasn't got any power. So I thought, okay, so if there are any clues to this, it's in here, but there isn't any at all. There's absolutely zilch. If there is, I haven't found it. So you're completely on your own. You know, you haven't. You know, you're like, well, okay, fine. Now, if you have a good science mind, and this is a science fiction game, so it makes sense, then this puzzle shouldn't be too hard. And although I do have a science background, I have to be honest, I'm extremely rusty. And it's Sunday morning. I've only just woken up out of bed, and I've only got a bit of free time this morning to think, oh, I'll get a video out because I haven't done one all week, and you know, my channel's, I'm getting a lot of comments on the channel and a couple of extra new subscribers. I'm like, oh, I really want to do more videos, you know, but like I said, time's been a bit rubbish for me at the moment. So I was messing around, no idea. I was like, ugh, what do I do? Right, so what you have to do then is, to create a simulation, you have to have the correct combination of physics files uploaded and a correct combination of objects you want in the system. The scenes down here you can't change. So this forest scene here, it's exactly as it is. There's nothing you can do. So what we're going to do is we're going to unload all these files. So we start with a blank slate. You don't have to do this. I mean, you know, you can just click and choose what you want. And from the forums I've been on to find a solution to this, a lot of them just say, well, it's just a basic understanding of physics and just clicking on things until things work. You'll know it works because eventually this will highlight. So you need to get it to be equal to or less than 1152 and have the right combination of files so that it says next. Once you've done that, it'll say next. So the thing that I noticed was apparently one solution was to create a river, or to have a river in the system. So somebody highlighted river. Okay. But that's an object. To simulate the object, you need the correct system file. So you've got to think about what physics are required to make a river work. And this is where it gets a bit hard. Because what does physics rigid have to do with the river? I don't know. Physics fluid? Well, that kind of makes sense. Fluid, you know, something motion, something moving smoothly. Rivers tend to be relatively fluid. It is a fluid itself, so that makes sense. So you want fluid physics to make a river work. But what else do you need? Well, this is it. I think I have no idea what physics rigid is. I guess it's just the physics of something that's rigid and strong. If you think about a river, does a river when it's flowing move all over the place in terms of its structure? Okay, the water does, but does the river bed itself or the river pathway move? Over a few years, million years, thousands of years maybe? Yeah, but very gradually. It's a very rigid system, so you need rigid physics there. And then it just comes down to now what else you want, really. So, I mean, I don't know what physics buoy means, like things float or bob up on it, I'm going to guess, so we probably do need that. And I think atmosphere is needed. I think interface scan, that helps us get on there, is needed. I think these two are missed, and then we've got vegetation there as well. I think this is the puzzle simulation bit, but there you go. And then it's basically just creating stuff and making it work, I guess. That's all it is. It's very difficult. I think you need the Soma file as well. And this is where I'm getting stuck now because I cannot remember the solution. I had it memorised in my head and now I've forgotten it. It wasn't very much, I'll tell you that for nothing. I think as well the clue here as well is with stasis here. If you look at stasis, the ones in red means you can't have it, I think. And then the ones in yellow, I think you can. Ah, here we go. So actually it's much more simpler than I thought, and this is something I didn't observe. So actually let's start again then. I've got an idea now. Let's start again. So I was trying to memorise the solution I found on the internet, but now I've just found a very important clue here which might be useful to those of you who are playing the game. Here it says stasis. We've got a forest that's uploaded. You need Soma and you need vegetable advance. So it actually now tells you what you need. I didn't notice that before. I was a complete derp. So actually this puzzle is a bit more easier now than it is. So there's the biggest clue here. Not only have you got to make it less than 1152 and make the system work together, it actually tells you what you need. So with forest, which you have mandatory, you need Soma, and look, if you highlight it, it goes yellow, same, or yellowy green, depending. I think, well, I say it as a yellow, but it's got a green hue to it, so it could be considered as green. Click on that, and that's that. So we've got that. We now need vegetable advance, so we'll get that. We need wmod atmosphere. We need interface scan. We need light. Where's that one? That one. Light SRC. What's light SRC? I don't know where that one is. Maybe it's just that one. That's the only one with light in it, isn't it? No, that's not right. Type water. So, oh, I see. Right. So river. And then it says type light. What's that then? So yeah, it's basically just highlighting the files until you get the ones that actually make it go green. Ah, here we go. Sun and moon. So that's that. Now we need physics fluids, physics rigids. That's for your river. Physics buoy. We need day and night light. And then we need heat. Where's heat? There. But now, as you can see, it's corrupted. So now there's the bigger problem there. We've gone over the limits and now we have to cut things back. So this is where it gets tricky. Oh, actually no it doesn't, because look, we basically pick sun and moon, but we can pick full day and full night. So if we pick the moon, we've got it! There you go! Hooray! So yeah, to solve this puzzle it is pretty much just trial and error. It's not trial and error, it's you empty everything out, start with forest and just read what it says on there, and then if you get stuck, just go down the files and see which ones make the stasis requirements turn green and stuff, and then you get it. I didn't know that, and I didn't get that extra information from the puzzle solving by looking at the forums and pictures. Nobody told me about that, so I just spotted that. So there you go. That's just me being complete derp. I accept that. We've done it. Off we go. Thank Christ for that, because that really upset me.
Try looking at dummy scan. Shouldn't be that difficult. I just want to make sure I understand how the scan data is formulated before we start messing around with the real ARC. Run the simulation and then hit pause while the code is running. It'll give me a cross-section of the process.
Right, okay, so she said dummy, so we've got all these people here. We're just going to hit dummy. So we can, yeah, start simulation.
You need to pause while the dummy is loaded, otherwise I can't know if it's working or not.
Alright, okay. I don't know when the dummy's uploaded though, that's the problem.
Try pausing it when the dummy is loaded.
I don't know what happens after this. This is all blind now. Basically, we're back in blind territory now. So we can change this as well, which is bizarre. Oh, it said dummy there. Did you see it says dummy? Oh, here we go. Well, that's going to be so difficult.
You need to catch it while it's being loaded. No, try again. The dummy needs to be loaded when you pause.
So here we go. We've exhausted down to 10% now. But, oh God almighty, I hate this puzzle. This puzzle sucks. I can't. I mean, my thinking time and reaction time is just not quick enough. God damn it. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Oh, Christ. Jesus Christ, that was hard.
Yes, of course. So precise, so perfect.
Nothing like admiring your own work.
What? Oh, right.
Oh, maybe she's lied to us. I told you she might have lied to us.
Can we go to Omicron and get my new suit now?
Yeah, we should get going.
Want to bring this arc as a backup?
No, that wouldn't work. This is just a prototype.
Good. I prefer to travel light.
Let's go. Don't forget to take me with you.
Alright then, so apparently we weren't building an arc at all, we were just running simulations. Oh, for God's sake. But, hesitancy from Catherine there. Oh dear. That's not good, is it? Maybe Catherine didn't create the arc. But she must have done though, because, well, maybe the real version of her did, the original one. Her scan, on the other hand. Maybe it's not actually Catherine. Maybe it's someone else. I don't know. Ah, I'm being lasered. Find the balls. Ah, well, I'm sterile for life now, aren't I? Oh wait, I'm a robot. Doesn't really matter. Damn it. Well, I'm going to hazard a guess that there's going to be a Jerry number 2 here. And apparently, M. Ollerus said that we're now in Acker's Turf. So I'm going to hazard a guess that this Jerry number 2 is, in fact, Jerry. Dun dun dun. System error. Yeah, that doesn't sound healthy at all. Great. Great! Oh, look, a window with things in it. Oh! Hi! Oh dear. Oh, we better go investigate that then. Well, it looks like there's a broken window there, so maybe we can actually smash our way in. Well, that sounded healthy. Looks like Terry's enjoying himself. Terry, old boy. Are you around here, Terry? Terry? I know you're here. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Terry Ackers, age 66, sex male. One of the worst cases I've seen. It's most likely its own damn fault. He blinded himself and clogged up his insides with structure gel. I'd be surprised if he ever woke up from the coma. Did make me think of Hart's absurd story about what happened at Lambda. Could it really be that the WoW is somehow able to change and rebuild the... Why, Terry? I don't like banana-flavoured gel. Ugh. Sorry, that's very disrespectful towards whoever wrote that. Vanessa Hart, age 28, sex female. Hart appears to be in good shape, considering the circumstances. Only bruises and mild hypothermia caused by the long walk. It's difficult to the long walk. 100 bottles of beer on the wall, 100 bottles of beer. You take one down, you pass it around. It's difficult to corroborate her story as she's the only one to return. Catherine Chun. As usual, Chun is quiet and does her best to avoid eye contact. She doesn't want to be here, but Stroheim demands another evaluation. Chun isn't obstinate or dishonest, but she'd rather not speak if it can be avoided. She has a hard time dealing with people in general, including doctors. Catherine Chun is weak in character, the perfect victim to be dominated and pushed around by others. She is a scared mouse I don't want to upset, so we sit quiet and pass the time. Is this Imogen's computer? Guy Comrade. Comrade is dead. He boiled his brain to pulp with a... Oh, he boiled his brain to pulp with a WM Mesa following the Ark neuroscan. Clearly another continuity enthusiast killing himself to take his place in the Ark. So Catherine Chun's actually quiet? Oh my god, that is so disturbing. So Catherine Chun's quiet and timid, but the Catherine Chun we've been speaking to is actually quite strong and charismatic and confident. I think someone's lying. I don't think Catherine now is who she is. A little bit concerned by that. Ah. Well, I can see that this was probably where Terry came out of nowhere.
Terry Akers, Chief Factor at Delta, first assessment. Running today, January 16th, 2104. Reportedly found in his diving suit, unconscious, water. Akers has clearly been consuming large amounts of starch gel for weeks, probably. It's difficult to tell how this has affected his health beyond the obvious consequences, and if it somehow caused him to gouge out his eyes.
Probably.
Small amounts of gel have always been considered perfectly safe to handle, but I can't recall ever hearing about any recommendations on how to treat for exposure. Considering its properties, I doubt it's poisonous, but the more transformative aspects of the Pharaoh curve makes me think that malign cell mutations are to be expected.
Is this basically the T-virus in 2104?
I think I will need to consult Dr. Eames at Omicron about this.
Yeah, this is the T-virus in space. T-virus in space, T-virus in the ocean, isn't it? Great. Just great! Wunderbar! Look at these scans. Yep, perfectly healthy, functioning zombie. Thanks, Soma. Thanks a bunch. Great. Just great. I've been playing a lot of Resident Evil lately as well, just because I've finally got over my fears to play the game. And it is a great franchise. I mean, it is stupid and over the top, but it's also fun to play, especially the original games anyway. And I enjoy them. They were a big part of my childhood. They frightened the hell out of me and gave me nightmares for the rest of my life. Remarkable connectivity, neural patchwork. Meet downstairs the shuttle. Gel consumption, Ackers. Initially reconstructive, unnatural growth, symbiotic temps. Right. Just basically seems like it's cancer gone crazy. That's kind of the implications I'm getting here. And I think that's what... Oh, of course, yes. There's no water! God damn it. Yeah, this kind of seems to be the implications behind the... Uh-oh. Hi, Terry! How you doing, buddy? You're looking wonderful. Ow! Thanks, Terry. Appreciate it. can't have my eyes, by the way. They're robotic eyes. I like the fact that they knock you out once and then don't bother to kill you. Why don't they just kill you? Like in Amnesia, they just whack you until you die. In here, it's like a whack you once and run away. Maybe they think they've killed you because you're a robot. I don't know. So that's Terry then. Wonderful.
Stromeyer, you there?
I hear you, Brandon. What do you got?
Akers and his critters are ferocious. They pick up on every move. There's no way past them.
Then we'll fight them. We got to get to the shuttle.
And end up like shaking at us? No way.
Well, I guess they failed miserably then on that one. Oh, God. Great. Just great. Anything in here of worthiness? An A to Z of collected... This bloody lighting effect is so disorientating. If you're feeling sick, I'm very sorry. Oh, there's stuff. Oh, there's more stuff. Checklist. Number 1. Survive the art project. Number 2. Stop people from killing themselves. Number 3. Send off something and the team. Number 4. Keep people safe. Number 5. Enjoy the rest of Armageddon. That's a healthy checklist if I ever saw one. Well done. Akers is not alone. At least proxy creatures. Check concealed doors. Move downstairs. Shuttles to Omicron. Oh wait, what did it say? At least 3 proxy creatures. Oh, so we've found Jerry. We've met Terry. And then I guess we'll meet another one. Langsky. Oh God. Oh, John's dead. Or is that just a register to say who's here and who's not? Maybe the crosses mean good. I don't know. Oh God, there's a card reader here. Oh Jesus Christ. Override door lock. Key. Override door lock. System malfunction. Lock limits active. Remaining resources none. Oh, it's another one of these Barney puzzles again. Oh God. Huge structure gel leak has caused the Wild to seize control over the Dumbat. Forced to quarantine to remove further development. Last thing we need is another talking machine. Last thing we need is more Terrys. Great. And I've got no health and I'm going to die. I mean, he's got no eyes. How did he see me? I don't know. Oh goody. More gruesome pictures and stuff. Lovely days. And we can see it all in like multicoloured RGB vision. That's what happens when you get punched by Terry. Okay. What do we got? So we got some stuff. Oh, that's just great. That's really nice. Oh, wonderful. Yeah. That's definitely a butthole if I ever saw one. Yeah, that's nice too. That's nice too. And that's nice as well. Good. Good. Lovely. What a lovely room this is. Was it that Ace Ventura said? This is a lovely room of death. Good times. Okay. That's a load of momentum equations and motion equations. Noughts and crosses. Yep. A perfectly constructive means of time for scientists. Noughts and crosses. It is. It really is. Well, that's broken. Oh, pick up these papers. You. Please don't come in here, Terry. He's going to go through that door, isn't he? No, he can't because that door's locked. Please don't come in here, Terry. Oh, you absolute goy. How did you spot me, Terry? Seriously, that's just mean now, Terry, isn't it? Run! Run, 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 run from Terry. Terry the monster. Terry the monster is gonna kill me. Make the things happen and stuff. I think I'm dead. I'm a good dead man. Dead man Ed. Dead man Neo. Dead man Simon. They walked into a bar. Wait, how could they do that? Because they were dead, I don't know. It just happened. Oh, I'm dead, aren't I? I mean, look, I can't run away from him. Oh, alright. Ah! God, you're quick. Wait, that's Jerry. Oh no, that is Terry. Ah! Flashy, 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 flashy. Flashy evil images of death. Oh dear. Well, that went well. Right, okay then. I think I'll call it a video here because I have got things to do. So in the next video, we will try and figure out what we need to do next. Which I guess is maybe just go to Omnicron? I don't know. Maybe we just got to find... No, we've got to find the key, plug the ting in, and that's that. So, good times for all. Oh well, anyway, can I say thank you very much for watching if you have done. I hope you enjoyed it. Please take it easy, have a good one, hope you're well, and I'll see you next time in Akaz's turf. Trouble is, once he's spotted us, we can't run away from him, so I have no idea how... He runs pretty damn quick. Mind you, though, we were injured, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, have a good one.